Well, good afternoon, folks. It's a beautiful sunshiny day out here. So, sorry if you hear 1,000,001 dogs in the background. It's all of my dogs that are in the house. Thought we would go take a look at the greenhouse and see how it's faring since the water accident. If you hear a howling, it's my daughter Nikki. Her and her husband and 2 children went on a trip, and they needed someone to watch the cat and the dog, and so I am watching them. But lady howls quite a bit. She's a beagle, and so she makes lots of noise. Pretty good dog though. I mean, she's finally learning. They got her it's this zapper thing. It's a collar, and it helps her to learn to behave a little bit better. Okay, we're not too far away from the greenhouse. Okay, we're here at the door. Let's see how things are faring today. Wow, look at all that. My goodness, I've got a lot of parsley growing. My mint's starting to take off some more. Basil's getting bigger and bigger. Well, look here, we got carrots. I think Bob said that there was actually somewhere around 500 carrots in here planted after he went through and plucked up the ones that weren't needed. Over there's a lot of cayenne peppers. Lots and lots of cayennes. Should about be getting time for her to pick the poblanos and stuff, because I think it's been, what, a week? No, not maybe a whole week. Well, maybe it's been a week, but I don't think it's been a whole week. So we bought a new water hose. Now this water hose is an anti-kink water hose, because I have real struggles trying to get around in the greenhouse with all the kinked up hoses. Wow, look at all of that. Oh my. Oh my. Oh my. Wow. Look at all of that chard. It's going haywire. Looks like it needs some water though. I think it's a good thing I came out here. I'm going to water some. But look at all of these beautiful broccoli plants. And over there is all of the cabbage plants. Wow. Well, it's looking good. I think I'm going to put this on the table and you can watch me water for a little bit. That is something that has to be done, you know, from time to time. So let's see here. Okay. Put the little legs out on this gizmo. I love this gizmo I bought to hold it. Works real well. Okay. I think that'll do it. Now let's get the water to streaming. Oh yeah. This is gonna work well. Oh my. It's awful heavy. Wow, this water's burning hot. It's cooling down though real fast. That's good. Yeah, much better. Yeah, we have a watering system in here, but apparently it's needing a little extra water because it looks a little wilty. Not wilted bad, but it's pretty hot today. Whew. It's hot enough in here to turn these fans on, that's for sure. Wow. I don't know if y'all can see me or not because I may be out of range where you can even see what I'm doing. But watering isn't a hard thing. I mean, you know, it's a fairly easy thing. It just takes time. You know, like anything that's worth having, takes time. And I don't mind watering. I think a lot while I'm watering. Okay, now, turn that off and we'll go down a little ways. We'll first turn this so you can see more what I'm doing. I'm awfully glad though, I'll tell you that. I'm very glad that I came out that day and saw all that. Yeah, it would have been a horrible tragedy if I hadn't come out. There was so much water leaking. I'm telling you, I don't think I've ever seen that much water leaking in one place. I've heard people talking about flooding, you know, in cities and towns, and we didn't have that at least, but it was pretty wet in here. Well, let's hope that this is why I hate these types of hoses, but yet you have to have some kind of hose. I mean, you know. Okay, let's see if we can get this pulled around without getting hurt. There's some of those great big huge monster ants. Okay, now, hopefully we can, get in here and get this done quickly. It's pretty hot out here. I haven't looked at the, let's see, well, it's 102. And that's pretty hot. No wonder that was just a hair bit wilty. Probably should water strawberries a little bit. They looked a little bit puny looking. But I will say that the carrots, they look fine. They don't look like they need water. So we won't do anything with them. I don't know. Maybe it's time to just give up on these strawberries. I don't know. I keep trying to keep them alive. I don't know why. Just going through here and try to water them a little bit. Got some that I need to pick. In fact, I got a lot in here that need to be picked. I didn't realize there was this many that was ready to grow. For whatever reason, the top is the one that is always, I reckon it's maybe closer to the sun, I don't know. But it's the one that's always looking puny. Ugh. I'll tell you what, this hose is heavy. Woo! Oh. Oh no. This is awful hard. Little people are little people, ain't they? We don't have much oomph to us, I don't think. Okay, that looks good. Now we need to find something, a basket, a box, or something. Let's put this right here. Something that we can use to gather up the strawberries in. Let's see if we can find something. Bob, he's been working so hard recently, and he mowed the yard and everything Sunday, but he didn't have time to come in here. He didn't have time to come in here on Sunday to weed whack inside the greenhouse. It's not terrible, but there is a, you know, it's a little tall. It's not real bad, but it's tall enough. Wow. I reckon he's gonna just go ahead and take up the tomatoes. It's a rough choice to make to do that, because tomatoes are, you know, they're so good. They taste so delicious. Let's see, how about if we use this brown basket? There we go. I think I'll come out here in the morning and try to pick all the peppers. It's so hot in here. In fact, I think I'm going to wait till tomorrow morning to do the strawberries. I'll just put the basket right here. Anyway, folks. Whew. I hope you're having a blessed day. We'll see you tomorrow, because I'll bring you in here when I'm doing the strawberries in here, picking the strawberries and picking the peppers again. And we'll see how things look then. Hopefully it won't be as hot a day tomorrow. Anyway, have a blessed afternoon. I'll see you tomorrow. Bye. Well, good morning, folks. It's, you know, it's not the day that I started this video, but it's close. So, oh, me. It's a little earlier than I usually get outside, so we're hoping that it's not so hot out in the greenhouse. I have noticed that this morning that the I don't hear the greenhouse fans, and also it's very humid today. You feel like you're being bathed in water when you walk out here. Which means my hair is probably going to start kinking any minute. So, we're almost there. We're not too far away. Okay, well, we're at the door of the greenhouse. I'm going to go in. Wow, it is really humid in here. If I thought it was humid outside, man, it's super humid in here. Whew. Goodness. Let's grab us a basket. Look at that. That is a ton of parsley. Hallelujah. Let's see what else we got. If we got any basil. Oh yeah, basil's grown back finally. Yay, hey. Okay. I'm gonna go over here and put the camera on the tripod I'm holding, and then I'll just direct it into whatever place I want it to go. I think we should try to gather up what strawberries we can first, because once I get into the peppers, I'm not going to want to do anything but go into the house, because the peppers make me hot. I'm going to have to pick the red cayenne today. So in some of this, you won't be able to see me because I don't have the privilege when I'm the one who's out here by myself. I don't have the privilege to keep turning this thing. It's from a distance, so I'll wait till the end to go back that direction so you can't see me. So, okay. Wow, looks like we got a lot of strawberries today. Oh my, how beautiful. Wow, they're just amazing. Some of them have to be thrown on the ground because some kind of bug keeps eating on them. Yucky. Yeah, some kind of bug. I'm not really sure. And there, those two, they just, I reckon, was touching the ground too much. That's one thing about strawberries I am learning. Bob and I have never grown strawberries before, so we don't know a whole lot about it. You know, I used to, when my kids were little, we would go pick strawberries at the strawberry farm. Oh, that was always a pleasure. Because, you know, you could eat what you wanted while you were out there. Okay, I'm going to do all the ones on the bottom first. And then when I come back through, then I'll grab the tops. Like this one right here. It's almost like as if some creatures got in here, and I know that ain't true. There's another one just like it. It looks like it's been eaten, like something was standing there eating it. It's kind of weird. Very, very, very weird. Yeah, I think these are just about finished. I would have thought they would have been finished back in May, but but that ain't the way it was. And anyhow, getting back to when my kids were little and we would go pick strawberries, oh, it was such a treat. We would be so excited. This one's totally dead, that one's totally dead, that one's totally dead, that one's totally dead. This one's got a strawberry on it, but I don't know. It's one of those half-eaten things. I don't know why I even pick it off to put it down anywhere. Got a lot of runners, which means that we'll have more strawberry plants to put out next year. I think we're about to have a storm. Oh, drop that one. Yeah, sounds like a storm coming up. Oh, it's been a beautiful morning so far. Not very hot, but muggy. Terribly muggy. The strawberries are a strange thing. They're very strange to know how and when you're supposed to pick them, because they're just very weird. You think that you need to give them a day or two to wait, you know, but when you go back, they're rotten. If you wait a day or two, so I don't know. I reckon, you know, this is an adventure. Bob and I have never done this before, so I reckon that's what we're going to have to do is just learn. But the good news is I have a few strawberries in here. Now, the bad news is it's not enough to make much anything, but, you know, this is just plenty enough to put on Bob's cereal in the morning. Bob, I make cereal for him in the mornings, or he makes cereal, I should say, for himself. I put the cereal box out, and he does the rest. So, we're going to turn this all the way around so we can see picking peppers again. Isn't that fun? But this time, I think we're going to be very much delighted. Now, this time I've got included into it the habaneros, and I may or may not decide at the end to pick some of the habaneros. Well, there. That's good. Okay. Let me get my cane here, and we'll get started. I don't want to forget my strawberries. Well, maybe I should just leave them on the table because I have to come back to get my phone, so that shouldn't be a problem. But I'd hate to drop them all if I got, you know, tipsy a little bit. It's very difficult on my... Oh, good, the water went off. We have a water system. We've had it for a long time. Sometimes I can't tell what's carrots and what's not carrot, what's grass. But anyhow, we've had the water system for a long time. Wow, the ground out here is like wet. Must be really watering. But Bob was telling me, and I didn't understand what he was saying, and now I do because I saw it when I came in. He was saying that he was saying the strawberries, the water was actually literally running out of the ends of the boxes. And I thought, what in the world is he talking about? But I saw it when I came in. So he's correct. Wow. Well, we're getting towards the end of the season, and I decided yesterday that's going to just simply cut up all the peppers. Well, I thought they would grow bigger, you know, that I gather in today. I thought these would grow much bigger, the poblanos, and I'd actually have something worth making something with. But they're not growing very big. They're just growing a lot of them. You know, that's what's crazy. I reckon I'm just going to have to take them like they are because they're not getting much bigger there. And I don't want them to rot on the branches, you know, because sometimes that happens. Oh, well, that's phooey phooey. Oh, well. Let's get them back here and see if we find any more. Whoa. I get really uncomfortable when I get around these big holes. I'm always worried I'm going to tipsy-topsy out right into that hole. And if I get in that hole, folks, there's no way to get any help. Because my phone's way back yonder. So be praying for me every time you see me going out in the greenhouse that I'll be okay. Because it does give me some fright a little bit sometimes. So yesterday was my fifth child, not daughter, but fourth daughter. Fifth child's first and only child's birthday, their first birthday. And the poor thing, he was sick. So if you folks would pray for him, I'd appreciate it. Okay, we're going to turn around this. Whoa, whoa, whoa. All right, good. Oh, yeah. Wow. Well, I've got plenty so far. I'm going to cut them up. I'm going to put them in the freezer. All these different peppers. I'm going to put them in the freezer. And then eat a little bit at a time throughout the winter. It's going to be another big harvest like I had the other day. That's amazing. You just wouldn't even, I mean, I just would never believe. I've never had pepper plants that did like this before. We never had an overstocked abundance. I think we got another. Yeah, we do. Oh, that's just a shame. Oh, maybe Bob's right. When they get over heavy, maybe they break off, because nobody's been out here but me, and I surely did not do it. I know I didn't. I'm very, very careful with what I do out here in the greenhouse, and because I don't want to break branches and stuff on peppers. It just absolutely drives me nuts to see somebody do that. And one person, but you know, they didn't know. They had no idea. So I didn't get mad or anything, but I can't do it myself. I will just have a fit. Yes, Bob and I we have tempers. We display them different, but we both have bad tempers. Yeah, apparently that's what's happening. Yep, that's it. Oh. Well, shooey, shooey, fooey, fooey. They're so cute, these little tiny peppers. They're just darling. They're just real little, but there's tons of them. Okay. I was gonna wait and pick the cane at the very end because it is wet, really wet out here. The fan just came on. And with the wetness, it's going to make me burn even worse, I'm pretty sure. So the canes, I have to go deep down into the cane peppers. And I'm afraid my face is going to burn even worse than it usually does, because it really burns, I'll tell you that. Terribly burns. All right, here's this flat place. And we'll just start in here picking jalapenos. I'm gonna leave those canes to the very end. Oops, there went my cane. I noticed on some of the YouTube channels of the homesteaders, see, Bob and I, this is our homestead, but we're both well, he's basically, I am very much so, vegetarian. And he is, after 44 years of marriage, he's finally decided he's going to be vegetarian too. And it's been a slow process for him. So we don't raise animals on our homestead. Now, my understanding is that's not as unusual as it may sound. There are lots of people who choose not to raise animals. Ours is because I raise dogs is what I raise, not for food. I raise dogs for pleasure, for love, you know. And I will start showing more about our dogs. Sometimes they make me mad because they do things They're not supposed to, you know, they listen better than kids, but that doesn't mean that they do better than kids always. So, you know, because they're just little mischievous animals, you know. They're curious all the time. Not as curious as a cat, but curious. There went one on the ground. Oh. And I dropped another one too, but I'll have to wait till I get closer to it. It fell off. Wow. I'm just amazed. This basket's almost full, guys. Every once in a while you'll hear guys come out of me instead of folks, because even though I am Southern, I've been around a lot of Northerners, and you know, they don't tend to say guys, or I mean folks, they say guys or you all. Not you all, we say you all. They say words that are more, you know, Northern speaking language. And that is one of them, is guys. Wow. I can't tell if there's any more because it's just so many. I think that's it, but I'm not sure. I mean, these are huge. Oops. There's a lot of bad ants in here. I hope that this actually takes when I go to listen to it. I did not redo my mic last night because it's supposed to run for 4 hours before you have to, you know, re-up it again. Well, anyhow, I see a lot of people who are on these different homesteads. They wait until the end of the season to pick all their peppers, and I'm sitting here thinking, why? Why would you do that? Because if I did that, I would never get done. We have had so many peppers. I'm telling you, I've never seen the likes of it. We have some red ones that are, I mean, some jalapenos that have actually turned red. They've been sitting out here, and I've been waiting for them to get a little bit bigger before I pick them, you know. Because when they're really small, it's kind of a loss, you know. It'd be better to wait till they got a little bit bigger. Oh man, there's a red jalapeno. There's another one further down, but I don't know if I'm going to be able to reach it because it's so down in the bush. I'm telling you, I have never seen a pepper bush that has put out as many peppers as this habanero. I'm just amazed. I hope this don't break. But I gotta get them peppers right there now. Wow. That is just amazing. That is truly, truly amazing. Okay, let's get all these and put them in the bucket, or the basket. We'll put them in the basket. Oh my, that's a lot. I don't think I'm going to be able to pick any habaneros. I don't think I got any space. I mean, there's some more I missed. I have this little white cup here. I think I'm going to have to use it to put the ones that I had to drop down here because I don't have any more room in my basket. I don't know how I'm going to get out of here without falling, but I'm not going to be able to use my cane. So folks, it could be days later if I fall. Call somebody, but I'm sure I won't fall. Well, I'm not positive that I won't fall. It may be the Lord's will that I fall for a reason. But I should have taken the big basket out of the house this morning. Probably the reason. But anyway. So, let's pick up this. Try to hold this all at once. Oh, I see what I can do. Yeah, let's get the rest of these big ones that would get in the way of me being able to carry everything. Okay, now that works. Woo! And I didn't get the canes. I'm gonna have to go get another basket. I don't like doing that because, you know what? We're going to figure out something else because I do not want to have to go back out and then come back in. It's too hard. Ouch. Keep beating my head up against stuff. Okay. Let's go get one of those little white cups again. Thankfully, there's 3 of those things. All right. Okay, we'll put it right here so it'll have somewhere to lay. And I'll just start picking up a fit. Wasn't going to do this, but it needs to get done. And it truly isn't fair to ask Bob to come out here Sunday and do it because the man works himself to death. And he's you know, got chronic fatigue and he's just as tired as I am, and tireder actually because of the fact that he has to work such a hard day because of what he does. Bob is a carpenter by trade. And I must say, not because he's my husband, because I've seen his work. I at one time did work with him, and he is probably the best carpenter I've ever seen, other than my grandfather. My grandfather was in there with him. So, my grandpa, he was an amazing carpenter. He made when I was 10 years old, my grandfather made my bedroom set, first one I ever had in my whole life. It was beautiful. He made it so well that I was actually able to give it to my son for him to redo for his 10-year-old son to use when it was his birthday. So, that was a very exciting thing to see. Something that my grandpa made came back to, you know, to being renewed again instead of it looking, because the kids through the years had put stickers on it, put fingernail polish on it. So it needed to be redone bad. Well, this is a teeny weensy one. Oh. This is going to take me a while. Maybe I should be quiet and I'll just fast forward it. Well, I don't have a choice. I'm gonna have to come out here and get another basket. I don't care if these break or not, because truthfully, I'm sick to death of these kinds. Okay, we'll go back around and then, oh wait a minute, there's two I could grab on this side. Go back to over at the other side so we can get more. Told Bob I wanted to just take out all these peppers, but he said there's just too many on there to take it out. So we will continue to pick. Don't get me wrong, I love picking. It's just that, you know, I've given away so much. Of course, I have not cut anything up and put in our freezer or packed in jars, either one, for our own usage for the winter. Which this is nice because today I'll be able to do that. Loads. Okay, let's put some of these in it so they don't fall. Goodness gracious, I'd never believe it if I hadn't seen this many peppers with my own eyeballs. Hopefully, I can move about. I'm gonna let Bob get the habaneros. I've got too many now to hardly carry. So if I come out looking like a woolly booger, remember it's me. Oh. Woo-wee. Yeah, this is about enough for Bob and me for a whole year because I don't cook with it a lot. Simply because, number one, I'm not supposed to have them because they're, I have to go put these somewhere and then go back and get my camera and the strawberries. I should pick all this parsley, but I think I'm going to let it keep growing for a couple days. Maybe get them Sunday. And then I'll have a lot to dehydrate because I've been dehydrating parsley a lot. Because my plans are, when I make soup up, I've got a lot of dehydrated things. You know, a lot of dehydrated vegetables. And let me get back just a little bit so I'm not quite in your face. But I got a lot of dehydrated vegetables. And, you know, they're got to be used for something, so I figured I was going to make cream soups this winter. Well, anyway, we've got everything that we can get in here. I hope that you are going to have a wonderful, blessed day. The fans have come on, and it is 80 degrees in here. So y'all have a wonderful day, and may the Lord richly bless each one of you. Thank you. See you another day.